She measured calories for patients, then invented pure joy. Hear her story. Welcome to Hidden History with Frank Strickland. Thank you for watching.
Today, we're going to delve into a tale of an iconic American treat. A simple pleasure that has brought smiles to millions. You've tasted it warm from the oven, perhaps dunked it in cold milk, or maybe even snagged a bite of raw dough when no one was looking. I'm talking, of course, about the humble yet magnificent chocolate chip cookie. But the story of its creation isn't quite as simple or sweet as you might imagine. In fact, it begins in a place you might find surprising. Our story opens in a stark, sterile environment of a hospital nearly a century ago. Imagine the hushed corridors, the antiseptic scent, the precise clatter of instruments. It's here we meet a young woman, sharp, intelligent, and fiercely dedicated to her craft. Her calling was far from comfort food as you could get. She was a dietitian, a highly trained, scientifically minded professional who understood the precise chemical composition of every meal. For her, food wasn't about indulgence. It was about nutrition, about healing, about life and death, carefully measured in calories, vitamins, and minerals. She meticulously planned hospital menus, ensuring every patient received exactly what their body needed, with absolute scientific precision. Her colleagues respected her discipline, her unwavering commitment to the empirical facts of food. She lectured at her alma mater, the Framingham State Normal School Department of Household Arts, teaching others the science of sustenance. She was a professional, a woman of science, with little time for culinary whimsy. But then, something changed. Her and her husband Kenneth made a dramatic career shift. They purchased a historic property in Whitman, Massachusetts, an old toll house that had seen travelers come and go for centuries. Their plan? To turn it into an inn and restaurant, a place for weary travelers to find rest and a good meal. Her friends, remembering the serious dietitian, wondered if she had served nothing but nutrient-dense gruel and calculated portions. But something began to awaken in her methodical mind. Freed from the clinical confines, she started to experiment. She began to cook not just for health, but for joy. The Toll House Inn soon became famous, but not for its medicinal recipes, but for its delicious, hearty meals, and most surprisingly, its desserts. The former high priestess of healthy eating was now baking for pure pleasure. One fateful day, in the late 1930s, she was preparing a batch of her popular butterdrop dough cookies, a simple butterscotch nut recipe, but she felt they needed a little something extra. She reached for a large block of semi-sweet chocolate, the kind bakers use for melting. Now, here's where the former dietitian's scientific mind truly shone through. She didn't just toss it in. She knew from her understanding of food chemistry that if she chopped the chocolate into small pea-sized bits rather than melting it, those pieces wouldn't entirely dissolve during baking. They would soften, yes, but retain their shape, creating delicious pockets of melted chocolate within the cookie. It was a deliberate, calculated move, not an accident as legends sometimes suggest. She stirred those little chocolate pieces into her cookie dough, baked them off, and pulled them from the oven. The aroma filled the Toll House Inn, and a legend was born. The cookies were an instant sensation. Travelers spread the word. Soon, the recipe for these Toll House chocolate crunch cookies was published, eventually appearing in newspapers and even on the packaging of Nestle semi-sweet chocolate bars, a deal she struck for a lifetime supply of chocolate. The severe, science-driven dietitian, the meticulous planner of hospital meals, a woman who once measured every nutritional increment, became the unexpected godmother of one of America's greatest culinary delights. Her name, after all her years of scientific study and precise dietary calculations, would forever be linked with pure, unadulterated pleasure. Her name was Ruth Graves Wakefield.
The time has come for this cookie! Nom 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 nom. Oh, nom 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 nom. Ah. Bye-bye.